Hey there folks, Peter here with BlackRock Business, and what you see in my hand is, that's right, it's a disc for QuickBooks Point of Sale 2.1. Oh yeah. I was going through some of my stuff and I found this disc and I was like, oh my gosh, that is such an old version. It's just crazy. It's the copyright here says that this was released in 2003 by Intuit, and that it is for Windows 98, NT, 2000, and XP. This makes tracking inventory, ringing up sales, and serving your customers fast, easy, and accurate so you can manage your business better. Oh, wonderful. If you think about it, this version 2 right here would actually, I suppose Intuit released QuickBooks Point of Sale, just, released it, and then the first version of software, that's usually not the best because they came up with some stuff and they put it out there and then they realized that some of it sucked, I'm sure. And so they probably did some updates and did some fixing of things or adding of features that were definitely needed right away, and then released version 2, or in this case 2.1. So what I got here on the screen, if you notice, is I've got a screen here. It's a virtual box that I had to install Windows XP on because I just don't think that version 2 would run on Windows 10 probably. And in the background here, I've got the latest version, version 18, and we're going to do a little comparison. I'm kind of excited because I have not actually run this yet. Okay. Man, this virtual machine and my recording software are not getting along together. So here we are. We're finally going to try it. That took the wind out of my sails. All right, we're launching QuickBooks Point of Sale 2. We have 30 days to register, and you can only do it by phone. Wow. So apparently, every single person that bought this had to call and get a registration code. There was no doing that by the internet back then because, nobody had the internet back then. Just kidding. I'm sure people had the internet in 2003, but it was dial-up, so gotta give them some credit. We're gonna say, remind me later. Oh my goodness, what is this? This looks like the help file. The QuickBooks Point of Sale setup interview is being initialized. Okay, it's the quickest way to get your system ready. We're gonna hit next. Wow. So they still had the idea of the setup interview back then to try and get your software going. So immediately, the first step they want you to do is to connect it to, QuickBooks Pro or Premier. And then look at this. At this point in time, they had just come out with QuickBooks Enterprise version 1.0 or 2.0. So QuickBooks Enterprise was brand new on the scene. It's a new kid on the street. Then we're going to set up your tax information. QuickBooks must be active and your company file must be open. So I wonder if I can get away with not doing this. More info. Okay, that brings us to the help area. I'm going to page 2, and here you can choose your QuickBooks Enterprise 1.0 company file name or something like that. I'm going to say no because I don't have any QuickBooks that are old enough to do this. And it's going to tell me why that's a bad idea. Oh well, we're going to continue on. Company information. So, alright, we got BlackRock Business, and we live here on 123 Easy Street. Town. Some town in Minnesota, 55123, and this is a lot like the other thing, the other point of sale. We're gonna say our phone number and all that kind of jazz for your receipt. So that was pretty much the same. Oh my goodness, We're gonna enter our tax, which here in Minnesota is going to be I don't know, something like that. If this was hooked up to QuickBooks, of course, you could choose the QuickBooks tax group. We want to record customer information on receipts. Require recording of customer information or do not record. Okay, so we have the option of, we don't care. We're a quick store. We don't want customer. We can make it an option or we can require it. That's kind of a cool setting right up front. So, this really put the price levels right up here in front. Man, this is really, a lot of these settings are really buried now, such as price levels in the newest QuickBooks Point of Sale. We got regular, sale price, employee price, and wholesale price, and then what those markdowns might be in those cases. So markdown for sale is going to be 10%, employees are going to get 20% off, and wholesalers are going to get 30% off because they move a lot of product, right? All right, layaways and sales orders. This is other stuff. Like the things that are being covered in this setup interview I think are pretty awesome, because these are things that I have to teach people about all the time because they've never even heard of them, because now they're just tucked away in point of sale and people don't even know about them anymore. Deposits on layaways, deposits on sales orders. Everybody is doesn't even know what these things are anymore. Ooh, my mouse is acting funny. Okay, there we go. Next, printed comments. What is this? Default comments on every printed receipt. Oh, so that's just the receipt message that's at the bottom. That's more part of the company information and setup interview now. That completes that. Okay, now oh man, this is awesome. This is oh man, let's say I'm an electronics store and my mouse is acting funny here. Oh, it's because of the screen resolution is weird on this. So my mouse keeps going outside of the virtual machine and it doesn't know how to handle it. So sorry about that. Okay, let's say I'm an electronics store. Look at this. That is awesome. Look at that. So Point of Sale 2.1 gives you some default choices for departments. Let's say I'm an apparel store, which I have a lot of customers who are that. And you get all these default apparel departments. Gosh, that's so cool. Why did they stop doing this? Style grids. Nobody knows how to use these or what these are anymore because they're buried in creating an item. Right here, it just up front during the setup interview, it totally just tells you all about them and how you can use them. I'm not going to use them, I don't think, but man, look at this. It just walks you right through doing all this stuff up front. Would you like Point of Sale to create a generic item for you? I guess so. Oh, that's if you want to get up and running real quick, you can just use this item over and over and over again and just make sales immediately. Delete and edit confirmations, sure. Do we want employees to log in? Yes or no? Once again, this setting is buried in your configurations and settings under the company preferences. People I have to tell them how to turn it on and what it's all about and what do you do with employees. What did I choose there? I chose no. Do you want to require employee to log in for each sales transaction? I'm saying no because I'm betting it would want us to fill in employee information. That's just going to take a while. Man, so there was a lot of features that have just been around forever and now nobody knows about them because they aren't told up front like you are in QuickBooks Point of Sale 2.1. Let's see, that completes that section. And now I'm going to say that, you can say I got the whole hardware bundle or I got something from Dell. Apparently there was some sort of deal going on there with Dell. I have a card reader. No, actually I don't. We'll say I have a receipt printer, cash drawer, and a tag printer. And next. And now it wants us to add the printer. It's going to walk us through adding all this hardware. So I'm going to go back and actually say that I don't have it. I do have a tag printer. But I don't want to go through the installation of it. Oh, because this is a virtual machine and it's none of it's hooked up to the virtual machine. So I'm just going to say no to everything. Let's see. It's going to ask which printer to print different things to, which is it's kind of handled now by the hardware setup wizard. It's going to ask us which printer to do tags on and which printer to print out different documents to. And now it's going to tell you to call this 800 number to get QuickBooks Payments, or what we used to call QuickBooks POS Merchant Service. And apparently at this time, it was being handled by Wells Fargo. And so if you had a Wells Fargo Merchant Service, you pretty much already had an account. So obviously QuickBooks Payments is doing their own thing now. They're like, hold on, we are giving way too many customers to Wells Fargo Merchant Services. Oh, funny. All right, we're all done setting up. And now I can make it a big screen. So let's see, we have POS, items, purchasing, company, tools, reports, QuickBooks, as in QuickBooks Accounting, practice mode. This is very interesting. If we go to POS, okay, so this is where we can find customers, layaway, sales order, end of day is down there. So let's go to receipts. What does a receipt look like? Oh my goodness. Actually, let's go back. Let's create an item in items so that we have something to mess with. Oh my goodness, look at this. It is so crazy looking. It's just a big spreadsheet. That's definitely different. Oh, so I have to go here. Oh my goodness, I double clicked on it and it became something. I can choose the department, and apparently there's not item name, but there's description 1 and 2. So let's say this is a blue blazer. I can just tab right. Man, these are all the fields that are still around in 18, so that's cool. ALU is going to be 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, and it's taxable or not or whatever. And then you can set up your price levels immediately on the making an item. So that's kind of nice. I'm going to save that item. Oh, apparently I chose that it was jewelry. We'll say it's girls. Okay, save that. It's pretty cool. We could make a copy and continue on. We could make, oh, style view is very interesting for those of you who know what styles are. Departments, we could add some new departments here. Ooh, these submenus are getting a little deep though, so a little less. I'm kind of getting lost on the menus and the submenus. Hitting back, departments, vendors. Where is purchasing? Here is purchasing. So now that we made a blue blazer, we're gonna want to send out a purchase order. New. And so we'd choose the vendor, which there aren't any, and we'd order a blue blazer. Oh man, so you'd search the spreadsheet pretty much and choose what you want to order and how many you want to order, and you'd fill this out and you'd send it to your vendor. It's similar, it's a little different. I'm gonna save that purchase order. Yes. All right, and now I want to make it, oh, this big main menu. That's how we get back to the main. Okay, so I want to sell something. Of course, you could do the receiving and you could receive it in and get it, but let's make a receipt. There's lots of spreadsheets going on in here, lots of tabular view if you're familiar with that. So I want to, so if you double click, you get to search your item list. Or I wonder if you can just type in Blazer. Gosh, I wonder if you could use barcode guns at this time. Yeah, there was a label printer, so I'm sure you could. So we're gonna add that to the receipt. I'm gonna want 3 of those. And then what do we do? Double click. I want the generic item, huh? What happened to the generic item? It's gone. How do I add another item? Oh, this is a little weird. Alright, so we're gonna buy 3 of these. I never put a price in, so that's a bummer. Shoot. It's not gonna cost anything. Darn it. Oh, I'm so lost. Alright, regular price. Oh, I can't change it. I'm sorry, folks. Just a minute. Let's go out. Oh, I'm so lost. Items. Inventory. We gotta give this thing a price. I never did. $5. Okay. Save and exit. Let's go sell it. Receipt. Search your item list. Find it. There it is. Ah, the price is still nothing. I'm so confused. Well, in any case, you take payment here. Nope. Nope, you won't. What in the world screen is this? Is this the... Apparently this is choosing the customer. But I don't know how I got here. Oh. Somehow that went to there. Oh, that was weird. Why is there no price? Items. Inventory. $5. Regular price. So, save. That should be $5 then. I'm a little confused here. Alright. Point of sale. Receipt. Add this. I'm gonna see if I can check if it has a price. Yeah, regular price $5. Sure. Oh, there it is. Now it worked. I don't know why it didn't work a minute ago. But what we do next is we're gonna try and take payment. Oh my goodness. You can take all sorts of payments on the same screen. $5.34 cash. Maybe $2.50 cash and $2.84 on a check, right? And then what do we do? Yeah, enter. Oh, enter. Check number. Oh boy. Well, I think you're kind of noticing that kind of the bones of the same system are here. It has the same places and features in here, but it's all in a really weird spot and it's displayed really strangely, and maybe it didn't work very well, and I would imagine there's probably less reports. Yeah, there's way less reports for sure. All right. Well, that was an interesting walk down memory lane. And just compare this to your QuickBooks Point of Sale today, and I think you'll get the idea that a lot of stuff has changed and it's in weird spots, but a lot of the features were there right out of the gate. I'm a little surprised, actually. All right, my name's Peter with BlackRock Business, and thanks for coming on this confusing little tour of QuickBooks Point of Sale 2.1. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.